Hi Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back with another process video. That layout I was just showing you, I am kind of going to use as a scrap lift idea, but in the end I kind of stray far from that idea. So I'm just showing you the little paper or the papers that I'm going to be using. It's from this Twinkle Little Star collection and I don't remember who that's by. But I liked the bold colors. I'm going to use that blue paper for the background. And I'm just going to start cutting down these pictures a little bit. So I had these 4 pictures and I think I'm going to end up only using 3 of them. I don't have the layout in front of me. Once again, I'm sorry about that. I apologize. But this layout is pretty old, just like the last one. All of these episodes that I'm going to be doing for this season 2 of my process videos, they are all from last year. I had planned on doing them last year, but then I just never got around to it. So here I am kind of playing around with these 4 photos, trying to decide where I'm going to place them. And I decide on using these 3 for this layout, and I'm going to mat them on this striped paper. So I'm just going to cut that striped paper and then I'm going to place these photos down on top of it. I'm going to mat the photos on this green, which I think was on the back of that striped paper. I'm going to put some ink on the edges. And then I'm going to glue all of these photos down. It didn't bother me that they weren't all the same height. I will just end up embellishing in that area. So I'm going to cut down that paper just a little bit, and then I'm going to glue it right there in the center of it. I have some of these Studio Calico banners that I got in a kit, and I thought maybe I would use some of those. So I pulled one of those out, and also a doily. And so here I'm just kind of playing around with placement for these 2 embellishments. Now I decide to glue down the background paper with the pictures on it, and then I'm going to glue down the striped paper. Sorry about the focusing. I don't know what was going on with my camera. I apologize about that. That is not fun to watch. I hope you will forgive me. So here I am just playing around with the placement of a few of these embellishments. I'm going to put that doily right there. And so I'm gluing it down, and since I already glued down the photos, I have to kind of pry them up, but then I put a little bit extra glue underneath them. I'm going to use this green, it's like a vine, I think, on the pattern is a vine, I think. I'm not really sure. but I am going to put that right there on top of the doily just to kind of give it a little bit more an interesting pattern. I'm going to pull out, or I'm going to glue down with my glossy accents those two photos because I had been pulling them up and they just weren't wanting to stay down. So that's what I was doing with my glossy accents. And now I'm just cutting off the edge that's hanging over on that pattern paper that I just put down on top of the doily. Making sure that that pattern paper is going to stay down. And now I'm thinking I'm going to use this little banner up in the left-hand corner. I believe I write the date on it. And then I'm going to embellish that left-hand corner a little bit more with this vine background paper, or pattern paper, sorry. So I make a little banner. And I'm going to put it up there in the left-hand corner. And I am making another banner to go underneath that green paper. So now I'm just going to play around with the placement of this little embellishment cluster. And for that bottom banner, I just used the background, or the back piece of that pattern paper, that green pattern paper. And I'm not sure why I did that. I just felt like doing it. I pulled out some enamel dots and I am going to place them in that top left corner as well as around the doily. I pull out a blue and orange. And I also place them down in the bottom right-hand corner. Oh, and I changed the orange out for a green, it looks like. You know how there's the rule of thirds in scrapbooking, you do everything in threes. And I try to stick with that a lot of the time. Not always, but most of the time. I had the Studio Calico resin stars and I thought maybe I would use those, but I end up not liking them. So I'm just pulling out a few other embellishments that are over to the left-hand side that I have in a little bowl, but I end up not really caring to use those. So I am, oh, here I am just sticking a piece of paper in that little, because I made the banner a little bit too short, the bottom banner. So I just stuck in a little scratch piece of paper to cover up that spot. And now I am using my glossy accents to glue down the enamel dots. And this was before I started using the glue dots for gluing down my enamel dots. And I am so very thankful to whoever it was that suggested I use glue dots because the glue dots are definitely a lifesaver. They don't make as big of a mess and they stick instantly. So that is my advice. If you don't use glue dots or Zots or, anything like that to glue down your enamel dots, you definitely should. Okay, so here, this is my little tray that has embellishments in it. So I am pulling out a few little sequins, and I'm using gray ones. And these are from Studio Calico. So I am going to glue those down in those 3 spots. And now I am trying to pick out the alpha that I'm going to use, and I thought about using these circular cork alphas, but then I pull out this gold one, and I'm thinking about using the gold one. I'm not too set on it though, because I don't have any gold really in the layout. So I pull out these little alphas. I'm not sure who they are from, but I got them in a Studio Calico Project Life kit last year, 2014, I believe, and they work out really well. They're just the right size, not too big, not too small. I also pulled out this American Craft Thickers alpha called Sicily, and I was thinking about using that. I believe that I just stick with these white transparent alphas though. So the title is going to be Enjoying the Trees. And here I am pulling out the word trees with these alphas. And I think I am actually going to use that. I forgot that I had decided to use that. So here I am just putting down the title. The J for some reason was a lot bigger than the other letters. I don't know why. So I just cut it down. And these alphas, I like them, but they are really hard to get off of the page. And also, if it had, like the O has the little cutout in the middle, it's kind of hard to pull it out. So that's what I was doing with the scissors. I was just pushing the little hole in the middle of the O. So I've got the word enjoying down. Now I'm just going to do the, and then I will stick down trees. And here I am just going to pull out some more of these gray sequins. And I will glue them down after I put down the word trees. So now that I've got all the sequins glued down, all I have left to do is the journaling. Oh, I think that one sequin came up. So I am just going to do the journaling, and then that will be the end of this layout. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll come back again. If you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed what you saw. Thanks for watching. Bye.